What makes a man rise from the lowest point in life and become a legend? How does someone who has lost everything, who has faced failure after failure, turn their life around and achieve greatness? Today, we are going to explore the mindset shifts that have transformed broken men into legends. And I promise, if you watch this video till the end, you will discover the exact mental changes you can start applying today to begin your own transformation. Life is not fair. We all know this. Some men are born into struggle. Some men face betrayal, loss, or pain that seems unbearable. Others make mistakes that leave them shattered. It can feel like the world is against you. But here is the truth: your past does not define your future. Your failures do not determine your destiny. The difference between a man who remains broken and a man who becomes a legend is mindset. It is the way he thinks, the choices he makes, and the way he reacts to life's hardest moments. Many legends we admire were once broken. They were scared, uncertain, and full of doubt. They faced moments when giving up seemed easier than fighting on. But they chose a different path. They chose to change their minds first. They shifted their thinking. And that shift became the foundation of everything they built afterward. Imagine a man who has nothing. He has lost his job. His friends have left him. His family has doubts about him. He feels weak, small, and powerless. Most men would stay down. They would sink into bitterness, anger, or despair. But a broken man who becomes a legend does something different. He decides to take control of what he can. He decides to own his life. He decides to focus on what he can change, no matter how small. This is the first step of transformation: taking responsibility. And this is just the beginning. Pain is another teacher that legends never ignore. Life will hurt. You will fail. You will be betrayed. You will feel alone. But every great man learned to see pain as a signal, not a punishment. Pain shows where change is needed. Pain teaches resilience. Legends do not run from struggle. They step into it. They face it head on. And as you will see in this video, embracing struggle is one of the key mindset shifts that separates men who stay broken from men who rise to greatness. But mindset is not just about surviving. It is also about daily action. Legends understand that big results come from small, consistent steps. You cannot become a legend overnight. You cannot rebuild your life in a single day. But you can start small. You can start with your habits. The choices you make every day, the routines you follow, the effort you put in even when no one is watching, these are the bricks that build your legend. And as we go through this video, I will show you exactly how these habits and mindset shifts work together to create unstoppable men. Another secret of legendary men is the way they see failure. Most people fear failure. They avoid risk. They quit at the first sign of trouble. But a man who becomes a legend sees failure as feedback. He sees it as a lesson. Every setback is a chance to grow. Every mistake is a guidepost for improvement. Learning to see failure this way is a mindset shift that can completely change the course of your life. Legends are not born in comfort. They are forged in fire. They are shaped by adversity, struggle, and relentless efforts. And the mindset that makes this possible is something anyone can learn. You do not need to be special. You do not need to be lucky. You need to be willing to shift your thinking. You need to be ready to see the world differently. You need to be ready to see yourself differently. And that is exactly what we will cover in this video. By the end of this video, you will understand 8 powerful mindset shifts. These shifts have turned broken men into some of the most respected, admired, and successful figures in history. You will learn how to take responsibility for your life, how to turn pain into power, how to build habits that last, and how to see failure as fuel. You will discover the importance of your environment, the power of purpose, and the value of self-belief. And finally, you will see how thinking beyond yourself can create a lasting legacy. I want you to listen carefully. This video is not about theory. It is about action. It is about change. Every legend you admire started where you are, now with doubt, fear, and uncertainty. What separated them from everyone else was not talent. It was mindset. And mindset is something you can develop. It is a skill. It is a practice. And today, you will get the roadmap to start that practice. So, ask yourself, you ready to change? Are you ready to stop feeling like life is happening to you and start taking control? Are you ready to see your struggles as tools, your failures as lessons, and your pain as fuel? If you are, then stay with me. Watch this video till the end. By the time we finish, you will have the exact mental framework that has built legends. You will see how men who were once broken rebuilt their lives. And you will be ready to begin your own journey of transformation. Remember, the journey from brokenness to greatness begins in the mind. The man you want to become is waiting inside you. He has been waiting through every failure, every loss, every hard night. And the first step to unleashing him is simple. You must shift your mindset. You must see life through the eyes of a man who refuses to be defeated. You must choose action over fear. You must choose growth over comfort. In this video, you will learn how to do exactly that. You will learn the habits, the thoughts, and the mental rules that legends follow every single day. These are not complicated. They are simple. They are practical. And they are powerful. By applying them, you will start to see change immediately. You will start to feel stronger. You will start to act with more confidence. And over time, you will start to build the kind of life that most men only dream about. So stay with me. Pay close attention. Take notes if you need to. This is more than a video. This is a guide, a roadmap, a blueprint. By the end, you will understand the mindset shifts that have built legends from broken men. And more importantly, you will see how you can start applying them today. Legends were once broken. Ordinary men became extraordinary because they refused to stay down. They chose to change their minds first. And you can do the same. This is your chance to begin. Your chance to step into the mindset that creates greatness. Your chance to stop waiting for luck, stop blaming the world, and start taking control. So, let's get started. Let's explore the mindset shifts that have built legends from broken men. And by the end of this video, I guarantee you will see yourself, your life, and your challenges in a completely new way. You will have the tools to start your transformation. And that is exactly why you must stay till the very end. The insights you're about to get could change your life forever. The first mindset shift that turns a broken man into a legend is simple but powerful: taking responsibility. Most men fail in life because they blame others. They blame their parents, their teachers, their bosses, or even the world. They say, "I can't succeed because life is unfair." Or, "I would do better if I had the right opportunities." The truth is, the world will always be unfair. Opportunities will never be perfect. Excuses will never help. Legends do not wait for life to be perfect. They take responsibility for everything in their lives, good or bad. Taking responsibility is not easy. It means looking in the mirror and admitting your mistakes. It means saying, "I could have done better." It means accepting that your life is in your hands. Most men avoid this because it is uncomfortable. Blaming others feels safer. But safety does not build greatness. Responsibility builds power. When you take responsibility, you take control. You stop being a victim. You start being the leader of your own life. Let's take an example. Imagine a man who lost his job. He feels angry at his boss. He feels angry at the economy. He feels angry at his friends for not helping him. Most men would complain. They would feel sorry for themselves. But a man with a legend mindset does something different. He asks himself one question: what can I do right now to improve my situation? He looks for solutions. He improves his skills. He sends out applications. He learns new things. He stops blaming and starts acting. That small change in mindset, taking responsibility, is the first step toward rebuilding his life. Legends understand one key truth. Your life only changes when you take responsibility for it. No one else can do it for you. Your parents cannot do it. Your friends cannot do it. Your government cannot do it. Only you can. And this is where broken men failed. They wait for someone else to fix their problems. A legend never waits. He acts. He owns his life, and in that ownership, he finds freedom and power. Taking responsibility also means owning your emotions. Many men let anger, fear, or sadness control them. They say, "I can't help feeling this way." Legends know that emotions are not excuses. They feel them, yes, but they control them. They decide how to respond. A man who takes responsibility says, "I choose how I react, no matter what happens to me." This mindset makes a man strong. It makes him unshakable. It separates the broken from the legendary. Think about someone like Elon Musk. He faced failures after failures, companies that failed, rockets that exploded, critics who doubted him at every step. Most people would have given up, but Musk took responsibility. He didn't blame the team, the market, or the economy. He said, "What can I do better? What can I learn?" And because he took full ownership, he kept building. Today, he is considered a legend in business and innovation. Responsibility also requires honesty with yourself. Many men hide from the truth. They tell themselves, "I am doing enough," even when they are not. Legends do not lie to themselves. They face hard truths. They accept their weaknesses. They admit their failures, and only then can they improve. Without this honesty, change is impossible. You cannot fix what you refuse to see. Another story can illustrate this clearly. A young man grew up in a tough neighborhood. He had few opportunities. Many of his friends turned to crime. Most people would have said, "It's not my fault. I was born in the wrong place." But he made a different choice. He took responsibility for his own future. He studied hard. He worked part-time jobs. He avoided bad influences. Every day, he did what was necessary to build a better life. Years later, he became a successful entrepreneur. He credits his success not to luck, but to owning his life and actions. Practical ways to start taking responsibility today are simple. Start with small things. Own your mistakes. Admit when you were wrong. Stop blaming others. Set goals for yourself and hold yourself accountable. Even small wins build momentum. Every time you take responsibility, you gain confidence. You gain control. You prove to yourself that you are capable. And over time, this mindset shift becomes a habit, a powerful force that guides every decision you make. Taking responsibility also means being proactive. Legends do not wait for opportunity to knock. They create it. They look for ways to improve, learn, and grow. They take action, even when it is uncomfortable or uncertain. Most men wait. They hope. They complain. The broken man waits for luck. The legend makes his own luck. Remember, responsibility is not just about action. It is about ownership of your life story. Legends understand that they are the authors of their own story. They can rewrite it at any time. No matter how broken they once were, they have the power to create a new chapter. This mindset is liberating. It gives a man control over his destiny. And once you start practicing it, you begin to see life differently. You stop seeing problems as obstacles and start seeing them as challenges to overcome. It is important to note that taking responsibility does not mean being perfect. Legends make mistakes too, but the difference is they own them. They learn from them. They do not blame others or make excuses. This makes them stronger with every challenge. The broken man hides. The legend steps forward. To summarize, taking responsibility is the first and most important mindset shift. It is the foundation for all other shifts. Without it, nothing else works. When you take responsibility, you gain control, power, and freedom. You stop being a victim and start being a man who leads his own life. You stop waiting for life to change and start making it change yourself. And once you adopt this mindset, every other shift becomes easier to apply. So, today, ask yourself, where in your life are you avoiding responsibility? Where are you blaming others instead of acting? Start small. Take one action. Own one mistake. Make one decision that puts you in control. Keep doing this every day and watch as your mindset, your confidence, and your life begin to change. Remember, legends are not born. They are made. And the first step in that making is taking responsibility. It is uncomfortable at first. It requires honesty. It requires courage. But it is the step that separates the broken man from the legend. Start today. Own your life. Make the choice to lead yourself. Because every great man in history started exactly where you are now, with doubt, fear, and uncertainty, but with the decision to take responsibility for his life. The second mindset shift that transforms broken men into legends is embracing pain and struggle. Most men hate pain. Most men avoid struggle. They see hardship as something to escape from, but legends see it differently. They know that pain and struggle are not enemies, they are teachers. They are tools that shape a man into someone stronger, smarter, and unstoppable. Life will hurt. There is no avoiding it. Everyone experiences loss, failure, rejection, or betrayal. The question is not whether you will face struggle. The question is how you will respond when it comes. Most men fight against it. They complain. They resist. They wish life was easier. But a man with a legendary mindset says, I will use this struggle to grow. Think about a famous athlete like Michael Jordan. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Most people would have given up. Most people would have taken that rejection as proof they were not good enough. But Jordan embraced the pain. He trained harder. He practiced longer. He used that rejection to fuel his determination. That struggle became the reason he became one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Pain has a unique way of teaching lessons. It exposes weaknesses. It highlights areas where you need to improve. It forces you to confront reality. Most men avoid these lessons because they are uncomfortable. But legends lean into them. They do not shy away from the discomfort. They do not pretend it does not exist. They face it, learn from it, and become stronger. Struggle also builds resilience. Resilience is one of the most powerful traits a man can have. It is the ability to keep going when everything is against you. It is the mental toughness that refuses to quit. You cannot build resilience by staying comfortable. You cannot become strong without facing challenges. Every legend you admire went through struggles that could have broken them, but they used those struggles to grow. Here is a simple truth. Comfort keeps men weak. Pain makes them strong. Struggle makes them unbreakable. And the earlier you accept this truth, the faster you can transform your life. Legends know that avoiding hardship only delays growth. They welcome struggle as part of the journey. They see it as a test of their courage, will, and determination. Let's imagine another example. A man loses his business. His savings are gone. He feels defeated. Most men would stay in despair. They would blame the economy, their employees, or bad luck. But a legend asks, what can I learn from this? He studies his mistakes. He finds better strategies. He works harder. He gets up and tries again. Pain did not stop him. It taught him. It made him smarter. It made him better. That is the difference mindset makes. Pain also builds perspective. When a man has faced true hardship, he begins to see the world differently. He appreciates victories more. He values relationships more. He respects effort more. This perspective is rare. It is one of the things that separates ordinary men from legends. The broken man fears struggle. The legend embraces it and grows because of it. Embracing struggle does not mean seeking out pain unnecessarily. It means accepting it when it comes and using it. It means taking responsibility for your emotions and your actions during difficult times. It means refusing to be a victim. Most men react to pain with anger, denial, or depression. Legends respond with learning, effort, and action. They ask, how can I turn this challenge into an advantage? Here is a story that illustrates this mindset. A young man grew up in poverty. He faced hunger, bullying, and disappointment from a young age. Most people in his situation would have given up, but he embraced the struggle. He worked 2 jobs while studying. He refused to quit, even when it seemed impossible. He learned discipline, focus, and persistence through hardship. Later, he became a successful businessman. He often says that the struggles of his early life gave him strength and wisdom that comfort could never have provided. Another key point is that struggle develops confidence. When you overcome hardship, you know that you can handle almost anything. You learn that pain is temporary, but your will can be permanent. Most men never develop this kind of confidence because they avoid struggle. Legends build confidence in the fire of adversity. Every failure, every heartbreak, every disappointment becomes a stepping stone. Here is a simple exercise to start embracing struggle today. Don't avoid challenges that scare you. Face them. Take on tasks that are uncomfortable. Learn from criticism. Push yourself physically and mentally. Every time you step into discomfort, you grow. Every time you face pain, instead of running from it, you train your mind to be strong. Over time, this habit becomes a natural part of your mindset. Pain stops being a threat and becomes a tool. It is also important to remember that struggle is often temporary, but the lessons last forever. Legends understand that bad times are not permanent. They are opportunities. Pain is like fire. It burns, but it also purifies. It removes weakness. It teaches patience, courage, and perseverance. The broken man sees only the fire. The legend sees the transformation that comes after it. Another way legends use struggle is by sharing it. Many broken men hide their pain. Legends use it to inspire others. They turn their hardships into stories that motivate and teach. Pain becomes a bridge to connection and influence. When you embrace your struggle, you not only grow yourself, but you can help others grow too. To summarize, embracing pain and struggle is the second key mindset shift. Legends know that life will hurt. They know that failure is part of the journey. They do not avoid challenges. They do not